I still remember the sound of the doorbell that morning. It was sharp, unexpected, and oddly final, like something had just crossed an invisible line. I wasn't expecting a delivery. No online orders, no subscriptions, nothing. When I opened the door, there was no delivery driver, just a small cardboard box sitting neatly on my doorstep, my name printed clearly on the label. No return address. I stood there longer than I should have, staring at it, as if the box might explain itself if I waited long enough. I brought it inside. The package was heavier than it looked. Not heavy in a physical sense, but heavy with intention, the kind of weight you feel before opening a letter that might change your life. I cut the tape carefully. Inside was a smaller box. Inside that, layers of soft paper. And finally, an old leather-bound notebook. Worn, creased, familiar. My breath caught when I opened it. The handwriting inside was unmistakable. It was my mother's. She passed away 7 years ago. I sat down on the floor, the notebook resting in my hands, my heart racing. I hadn't seen her handwriting since the hospital forms, the ones I couldn't bring myself to keep. The first page read, "If you are reading this, it means the timing is finally right." I turned the page. She wrote about things she never spoke of, dreams she abandoned, choices she made out of fear instead of hope, roads she didn't take because she thought she was protecting me. Then came a sentence that made my hands shake. "There is something I never told you about your father." I stopped breathing. My father had supposedly died before I was born. A car accident. That's all I ever knew. But the notebook told a different story. He wasn't dead. He had disappeared, and not because he wanted to. As I read further, the story unfolded slowly, painfully. My mother had been pressured, forced even, to cut him out of our lives. She believed she was doing the right thing. She believed silence was safer than truth. At the back of the notebook was an envelope. Inside it was a name, an address, and a simple note. "If you ever feel lost, start here." I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I found myself standing in front of a small house 2 towns away. My hands trembled as I knocked. The door opened, and there he was, older, thinner, eyes filled with the same confusion I felt. We stared at each other for a long moment before he spoke my name. Hearing it from his voice felt unreal, like a memory I never lived suddenly became real. We talked for hours. He showed me boxes of letters he never sent, photos he wasn't allowed to share, a life paused, not ended. And then he told me something that shattered what I thought I knew about myself. The notebook wasn't the only thing my mother left behind. She had planned everything. The package, the timing, even this meeting. She wanted me to know the truth, but only when I was strong enough to carry it. As I left his house that evening, the world felt different. Not easier, not lighter, but honest. Weeks later, another package arrived. This time, I knew who it was from. Inside was a single note. "Now you know who you come from. The rest is up to you." I understood then. Some packages aren't meant to deliver things. They're meant to deliver truth. And once you receive it, nothing stays the same.